Welcome back to 2000 Messiah, or just Messiah for short. This is my beta Minecraft world, and we are back with yet another episode. And today, I decided, well, you saw the last video. You know exactly what we're doing. You see my inventory? Well, actually, I'm assuming you saw my last video. Now, there are like a handful of people that do watch my videos every day, but a vast majority of you probably do not, statistically speaking, more than likely. So, what I'm going to be doing is working on a skeleton farm that I failed a few episodes ago. There was a skeleton spawner I found down there that was too close to bedrock for it to work. Now, I got this AFK skeleton farm idea from Monster's tutorial, which I will link in the description yet again, as I will be trying to enact his vision properly this time. And this time around, I found a cave a spawner that is not as far away, or not as far down as the other one over there on the other side. So I managed to stumble upon one right here, and boom. Now I have taken all the spoils for the most part from this place. Just have to get the room dimensions correct, so I'm going to try and do that. I have a screenshot up of the room that I have here on my phone on the side, and I'll probably have to bring up the tutorial because, believe it or not, I did not get to finish the tutorial because by the time I got through with making the room the right dimensions, I finally learned it was too close to it. So we're going to avoid that unfortunate fate now, but hopefully I should be able to get this properly. Oh, skeleton spawned right in here. I keep forgetting that as I expand the room, it gets dark. I didn't bring any torches? What am I doing? Obviously, I was just too excited to get this video done, so I forgot that I was just too excited to record the video, and I guess I forgot that you do indeed need torches in here just in case your life is on the line. Skeleton spawns in the corner of the room while you're digging the room out. Because I forget, I guess in my mind, you put the torches on the spawner and nothing spawns, but it's like, no, you just kind of have to light the whole room up because they'll spawn in the darkest corner of the room. So I guess I never considered that, and honestly, that's something I learned recently when working on the first skeleton farm, is that the room does not have to be, the room has to be bright. It's not the spawner that has to, I don't know. In my mind, it made sense that just covering up the spawner with light would stop it from working entirely, but, you learn new things every single day. And one thing I wanted to talk about is, recently someone told me in the comments that I was their favorite YouTuber, which is, really insane to me. You know what I mean? That's not something I even considered. I just didn't consider the fact that I could be someone's favorite, especially with so few videos in. But it's really awesome to hear, and it honestly made me think of who my favorite YouTubers of all time are. Who would be on my YouTube Mount Rushmore? I think it's actually not that hard of a question to answer. I started watching YouTube in 07? Yeah, I think, around 07. 07 or 08. When I discovered YouTube when I was younger, right? So that's where 2007 is around then. I don't know, I just remember getting rickrolled a lot as a kid. It was back in the day, I don't even think you could really set your own thumbnails, but there was a way you could cheese the system, your thumbnails, and some people said some really good thumbnails, and then you click on it and you get rickrolled. Now that's a classic. I don't know if there are similar things like that now, but I don't think people really understand the hype behind that. The insanity behind getting rickrolled, or the insanity behind Chuck Norris jokes, is another one that I think has just been lost to time. But as far as my favorite YouTubers of all time, right? Chris Smooth. Some of these guys I've mentioned in past videos already. Let me light this up. But Chris Smooth for sure is on that list. Uber Haxer Nova. I don't know if there are any other creatures on that list though. Like Immortal HD is like a great. He's a great YouTuber. I don't know if he's my favorite. I wouldn't say he's necessarily my favorite YouTuber. You know what I mean? Honestly, I really don't know who I would give that. Like Mount Rushmore is 4, right? So Chris Move and Uber Haxer Nova is already a good start. And that's really tough. Like the creature's channel as a whole is kind of on that list for me, but I kind of chalk that up to just me really liking Uber Haxer Nova as well. So I don't know. And honestly, Uber Haxer Nova just goes on my overall content creator Mount Rushmore in general, because I still watch his Twitch streams. So it's like he's on the list pretty easily regardless. So I guess I don't know. That's actually really tough because I'm actually blanking on some of my favorite YouTubers just randomly. Like as soon as I go to talk about them, it's like, oh yeah, I don't know any YouTubers all of a sudden, which is great for me. Obviously, it was just awesome. Oh. But yeah, I am curious who other people used to watch on YouTube back then. Not even just specifically for Minecraft, you know what I mean? Like Chris Move makes the list due to his not only his NBA 2K stuff, which really got me heavily into basketball by proxy, but also his Call of Duty stuff. And I was a pretty big Call of Duty kid, I would say. I don't need to break that. I played World at War like anybody else. World at War was my first Call of Duty. And yeah, I haven't played COD since Ghost. Ghost was my last Call of Duty. I have not played Warzone in my life. Yeah. Yeah, Ghost. Yeah, Ghost is my last one. I'm trying to think if I missed one, but no, I think that sounds about right. I haven't played since Ghost. And then like early YouTubers that I liked, like Smosh might actually be on my Mount Rushmore. Now that I think about it, Smosh was like a big early channel I used to watch. Like I used to come home every day and watch Smosh. You know what I mean? Smosh, I think that is the one that I was looking for. Chris Move, Smosh, and Uber Haxer Nova, and then I'll give the fourth slot to the creatures like overall channel. Even though that's technically, yeah, I'll give it to. Actually, no. How about I just do Cow Chop instead? Because you know that was a good. Yeah, that makes sense to me. But that's my YouTube Mount Rushmore. I'm sure people have like a bunch of different people. That's all who I could think of on spot right now. Yeah. In general, as far as like my life stuff goes, I have been wondering. It's been weird because I've been wanting to be alone. Like I'll have people invite me out to places and I'll be like, nah, I'm good. But then like at the same time, I'll be like, man, it's really lonely right now. And it's really weird for me because it's like, yeah, obviously it's lonely, but but like you keep declining these invites, and I think it's like weird not wanting to be alone, but not having the motivation to do stuff is like, man, it kills me. Because it's like, then when I actually do want to hang out, or I actually do want to do stuff, everyone's busy. So it's like, I'm doing this to myself. I really am sometimes. I feel like I set myself up for failure at times, but it's like, I can't really control, you know, what I feel like doing. But I guess I could always just, sometimes I just gotta tell myself to suck it up. I don't know. Like, I'm not like a tough love kind of guy. Like, as much as I heard that a lot from my dad growing up, you know, the boys don't cry spiel, you know. I do sometimes feel like there are moments where it's just like, you know what, just go out and like just chill with your friends, because you never know when you won't be able to again. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I see it. I'm starting to see it. You know, I should probably just accept more invites to hang out with friends because, I mean, there could just be a time, like, there have been some friends that I've lost recently, like, either they passed away or they no longer wanted to be friends or we grew apart pretty recently. That's happened to me pretty recently over the last year. Is a friend, you know, we grew apart or we argue about something, or, you know, I make them upset. Like, that's happened, you know. And sometimes there's no recourse. You just kind of gotta go and go your separate ways, unfortunately. I wish it wasn't like that, but I guess I just want to cherish the time I have with friends while I still have it. So I'm gonna start doing more stuff, going out more, and, you know, living life, just living life. But this is the part where I look back at the tutorial for Monster, because now I don't remember what I had to do next. I'm gonna get it done though. I'm gonna get it done. Watch this. Watch how I do this. Watch how I cut ahead, and you'll be like, whoa, this guy did it. I'm not gonna cut that far ahead, but, you know, you'll know that I know the next step when you see. You see. Alright, so this is the underbelly of the skeleton, the AFK skeleton farm. And, well, this is the next step, is he would like me to make a infinite water pool down here. But so far so good. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not scared of the cave noises. They don't get me anymore for whatever reason. But I've just been playing so much. Get me. But let's see what do next. 1 second, folks. Oh, I'm learning. Look at this. We got the water in the middle of the room. The water heading to the middle of the room, so we're pretty much there. We're pretty much there. I'm doing it. I'm doing it, folks. I'm doing it. All right, this looks about right. I think we've got it. Now the only thing left for me to do is to head back upstairs. Let me grab this water. I don't think I'll need. Well, I'll leave it just in case I screwed something up, which is very likely. Then I gotta get out of here. I don't actually know. I didn't really set up a way for me to leave necessarily, or an entrance for that matter. But I do have to get up. This is a dumb idea. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm sure I'll be fine. Famous last words. Alright, so I dug through the side here. Where did I entered through that way, actually. I think that's the way I dug through here, so I'm gonna have to make a new way through here, actually. There's no actual... I'm trying to think of, like, the way that I could make this, like, easily accessible, but the only thing I think of is to dig straight up, but I'm pretty sure I'm, like, right under the mountain. Like, that's probably gonna take a minute, so I'm gonna have to rethink this, the way this is set up. But, oh, actually, I could just, hold on, let me just dig around the side real quick. This is gonna be really convoluted, but you know what? It will, I guess, save me a bit of time, probably. Actually, I'm not too sure about that, but one can only dream. Alright, well then, yeah, here we go. This will be my super cool and super easy entrance to the AFK farm. Look at this. You check this out. You go down here. Boom. This is where it would be if I were, but then boom, you just go around. You bring it around town, and then this is where you'd have to go down that way. But I don't have any ladders with me at the moment, so what I'll do is I'll probably just come back down with some ladders and dig straight down that way. But this is the new way. However, as far as, like, you know, I just thought, as far as getting out of here when I break all these torches. Actually, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I'll do it stealthily. You know, I played Metal Gear. I know what's up. All right, so I'll just put this here. All right, look at this. Look at this. I have a genius plan. Oops, don't want that there. Oh, well, I'm in here now. Yeah, I guess I'm just in here now. So we're just gonna have to do this YOLO style. I could put it on peaceful mode. I could, but you know what? I am a man. Actually, I can just build a staircase now. I don't know why. Let's see. I don't want it to mess up the water flow, but I'm sure it's fine. Sure, it's fine. Yeah, look, there's my staircase. There's you, You. Oh, here he is. He's here. Oh, oh. Oh, you need to go down that way. Thank you. Nope, and it's working. I can hear it. I can hear it working. This one. Oh no! Oh my god, I almost fell back down there. There it is. I think it should be working now. You just head back down. See if there's actual... I hear him. I hear him. Oh, look at that. There's a bone. And just like that, my tree farm, some fresh bone meal for my tree farm, and it's right next to it. And I get some free arrows too while we're at it. That's beautiful. And that is a skeleton farm. Well done. And that is music to my ears. My goodness. All right. So that is another video completed. Another task completed. And I now have a bone farm for my tree farm and my wheat farm. And that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out, and I'll see you next time.